Charlie Munger had a warning. If all you have is a hammer, then every problem looks like a nail. Just think about that. If all you have is a hammer, if you just have one tool, then every problem looks like a solution for that hammer. But if you have multiple different tools, that's how you deal with different kinds of problems. To fix just that, he made mental models. What are these mental models? These mental models are just different ideas from various fields: psychology, economics, biology, physics, and mathematics. And he studied these mental models, and he built around 80 to 100 mental models. Today we are going to talk about 5 of those models, which I personally feel are like the best ones. Number 1, start with the no-brainer decisions. Before facing any complex problem, first knock out the obvious ones. He believed that the obvious should just get out. You should know what is right and what is wrong, what should not be done at any cost and what should be done. For example, if you want to get fit, the obvious one thing that you shouldn't do is eat junk food, and the obvious thing that you should do is hit the gym consistently. Waiting and planning for the perfect workout is a complex problem that can be solved later, but the obvious one is just to hit the gym consistently. So the first principle is to get out the no-brainer decisions as early as possible. Just figure out what the simple things are. Number 2, numerical fluency. Charlie Munger said this: without basic numerical fluency, you're like a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. I want you to imagine that. When I first heard it, it was quite hilarious to me. And you need to realize that numerical fluency is an incredible tool. Learning probability and basic mathematics is a tool that is needed, or else someone's just gonna make a fool of you, especially a salesman. He's probably going to double his prices and offer you a 50% discount. So it's very important that you learn basic numerical fluency. Third one, the Lollapalooza effect. I really hope I'm pronouncing it right. But what this is just different factors combined together to form an incredible outcome. For example, if a product goes viral, it isn't just because the product was good, it was probably even because the marketing was good. They used influencer marketing, they used scarcity, they used social proof. So all these different factors combined together to form an incredible product whose sales skyrocketed. It is kind of similar to what Atomic Habits James Clear talks about. It's in his 1% rule. So you focus on improving different things a little, and all of them combine together to an incredible outcome. Fourth one, compounding and probability thinking. It's kind of similar to the Lollapalooza effect in a way that things compound over time. Investing today is going to lead to something incredible in 10-20 years. It does take time, but it happens over time. For example, if you hit the gym, you're probably not going to see any effect, any muscle in just a day, probably not even 2 days, not even in a week, and maybe in a month you do see it. But if you ask someone else, they're probably just going to lie on your face and say they do, but they're not going to see any progress. But 6 months pass by, and now you see the progress visibly. Some people do, some don't, and then in a year you notice it. Obviously other people start to notice it, and then in 3 years you're probably going to get accused of using steroids. It's how it works. It's how compounding works. There is no progress in a few days, but as soon as progress starts, the curve just moves upwards. And the part B of this one is probability thinking. You don't need to be right every single time. You just need to be right more than 50% of the time, and that will be enough over time. Invert, always invert. This is probably his closest principle, the one he has talked about the most and used the most. Even Alex Hormozy has talked about it. The principle is simple. Why ask the straight questions? How about we change them to complete opposites? In a speech he gave in a college a long time back, he didn't talk about how to be successful. I'm paraphrasing it, I don't remember the right one, but it was something about how to be miserable. And so he gave 3 ideas on how to be absolutely miserable. The first one was drugs, the second one was be unreliable, and I don't remember the third one. But the idea is just invert your way of thinking. For example, if I want to grow my YouTube channel, it wouldn't be The better question to ask now would be, how can I absolutely destroy this channel? Post inconsistently, bad titles, no value or no entertainment whatsoever, and those are enough reasons for me to destroy this channel, and just do opposite of them and avoid these three things, and I probably will have a better channel than what it could have been. So these were just 5 basic mental models. He had almost 80 to 100 of them, from inversion to incentives to the circle of competence, but I've only given 5 of them. And another interesting thing is, he also talked about how all of them connect on a deeper level. The whole thing about these principles are that these connect. He bought these principles through multidisciplinary skills, through multidisciplinary fields of study. Some are psychology, mathematics, physics, biology, etc. Economics and psychology are probably the most used ones, and the most principles he has derived out from these 2 subjects, and all of them connect at a deeper level. And he used these mental models as a checklist, because you can't just think straight to a mental model. He was like, which one to use? He used different ones through a checklist.